Good morning, Newington. I hope you are well. Welcome to the fourth of our video lessons. Music with Mr. Eldred, even though he is not in the room. Music with Mr. Eldred is a video link. It's a little like Zoom. So you better hold on to your hats. You better hold on to your rats. You better hold on to your cricket bats. Because it is time for music with Mr. Eldred, even though he is not in the room.
Music with Mr. Eldred, even though he is not in the room. Music with Mr. Eldred, it's a video link, it's a little like Zoom. Yeah.
Now our first job is our versatility song, except you may have noticed last week it was a little bit more versatile than ever because it had a second harmony at the end. It was in two parts as usual. Being adaptable means I'm standing tall. And I thought as we were doing about the Beatles, I'll put in some 60s harmonies. It doesn't sound particularly like the Beatles, it sounds a bit more like the Monkees. Because any fool who tries to copy the Beatles often sounds like the Monkees. But it has some very Beatley harmonies. So, while one voice was doing the usual, being adaptable means I'm standing tall to face, the other voice was doing a Beatley harmony. Means face change, be versatile. So one more time, I wonder it'd be interesting we could practice while the song is singing. Being adaptable means I'm standing tall. I wonder if we can now be the Beatley harmony. Try the second bit. Instead of singing being adaptable, we sing versatile, change. It's late in the day and run out of breath and tonality, but that's the general idea how the song goes. So let's practice with the backing track. In fact, we'll do it twice because we've really got to master this, and then we do a whole big performance. You can choose whether you want to sing the normal main melody or whether to do the harmony. But if you do the harmony, you really are showing versatility, and it's another level up of musicianship. And enjoy Buster Keaton. Change and be versatile. One more time. Being adaptable means I'm standing tall to face change. Being versatile, take a versatile to face a change and be versatile. So one more time with feeling. This is a big performance We'll sing all the way through, see if we can get the melody at the end with the harmony. How you feeling? Have you had a good day? How about tomorrow? What might be coming your way? What if things begin to change? Will you cope and find a way? Hey, hey. When you're settled, life can feel very safe. And then a change comes and your mind's blown away. What if you begin to change? Will you still feel you're the same or strange? Being adaptable means I'm standing tall to face every change. Change and be versatile. How you feeling? Have you had a good day? How about tomorrow? What might be coming your way? What if things begin to change? Or will you cope and find a way? Hey, hey. Or when you're settled, life can feel very safe. And then a change comes and your mind's blown away. What if you begin to change? Or will you still feel you're the same or strange? Being adaptable means I'm standing tall to face every change. Though it may take a while and pace to face a change and be versatile. Being adaptable means I'm standing tall to face change. Being versatile, so it may take a while to face a change and be versatile. I think I ought to warn you, we're off to Poetry Corner.
Now it's time for poetry with Miss Berryman. She's a very big poetry fan. Poetry Corner!
I'm sat at home with my kittens. They're beautiful, cute and mini. One of them is called Ferguson and the other one is called Winnie. They love to hear my poems, and the one that they hold dear is called The Owl and the Pussycat by a man named Edward Lear. But My kittens aren't quite pussycats because they're not quite fully grown, so I changed some words to make them fit for my kittens in my home. The owl and the pussycat went to sea in a beautiful pea green boat. They took some honey, plenty of money, wrapped up in a £5 note. The owl looked up at the stars above and sang to a small guitar. Oh lovely kitty, oh kitty my love, what a lovely kitty you are. You are, you are, what a lovely kitty you are. Pussy said to the owl, you elegant fowl, how charmingly sweet you sing. Oh let us be married, too long we have tarried, but what shall we do for a ring? They sailed away for a year and a day to the land where the bong trees grow, and there in a wood a piggy-wig stood with a ring at the end of his nose. His nose? His nose? With a ring at the end of his nose. Dear pig, are you willing to sell for 1 shilling your ring? Said the piggy. I will. So they took it away and were married the next day by the turkey who lives on the hill. They dined on mince and slices of quince and ate with a runcible spoon. And hand in hand, on the edge of the sand, they danced by the light of the moon. The moon, the moon. They danced by the light of the moon. Say goodbye. See you later. Oh. See you.
Poetry Corner!
And now to Louis Armstrong. Louis Armstrong is an incredibly influential musical figure, especially in the world of jazz, but he's also a very inspirational person. It's lovely at school to talk about inspiring people, people that make you think, wow, I'd like to be like them, or people when you look at their lives and you think, how did they do that? Louis Armstrong, he overcame so much. He was born in a very, very poor family in New Orleans in 1901, at a time where black people were treated with great prejudice. His mum couldn't cope with him, his dad left, he was raised by his grandmother. He got into trouble one New Year's Eve when people were celebrating and firing pistols. I know it sounds a bit wild. He fired a pistol. He was sent to a reform school for boys. And it was there, down on his luck, away from his grandmother, that he must have thought life, what is it? Why is life so hard? And yet it was here that he took up the cornet, took up the trumpet, and he didn't just become a trumpet player, he wanted to be the very best player. Nobody was interested in a black youth with a criminal record. He had to try really, really hard, and not only did he become the band leader in the home that he was in, he then became the band leader in the local area, and then the country. And then, having become one of the biggest band leaders in the country and most respected trumpet players, he broke into Hollywood. He was one of the first black actors to be a major Hollywood player. And he fought for his rights as well. He would not be pushed around in a time where hotels and restaurants, they would divide black people and white people. You could go and entertain in their restaurant, but you couldn't have a drink afterwards. He refused to stay or play in any hotel that he couldn't stay in, so he fought for his rights as well. So he had a very difficult life, a very affable, smiley, happy chap who brought music and revolutionised it. He made sounds with his trumpets that had never been heard before. He introduced scat. Ding dang dong. That's why I don't sing jazz. But he really was a revolutionary person, and when you sing Wonderful World, he certainly made our world a more wonderful place.
End of story.
Wonderful world, beautiful people, that's what you are. So, it starts off, I see trees of green, red roses too, I see them bloom for me and for you. And I think to myself, what am I thinking, children? Yeah! Whoa, 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 whoa! So, let's do that first verse. It says, I see trees of green, red roses too, I see them bloom for me and you, and I wonderful world. Can anybody remember the second verse? The second verse says, oh, it's about blue skies, the sort of holiday skies you get, the wonderful blue skies you get in the summer. It says, I see skies of blue, and hanging in those blue skies are clouds of white. And clouds of white, it says, I see skies of blue and clouds of white. The next bit is impossibly hard. It says, the bright blessed day, the bright blessed day. Can we say that? The bright blessed day. The dark sacred night. The dark sacred night. And I bet you all know this bit. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. So the second verse says, I see skies of blue and clouds of white. The bright blessed day, the dark sacred night. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. And then the next bit is my favourite bit. It says, the colours of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people going by. Isn't that lovely? Should we do that again? The colours of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people going by. And it says, I see friends shaking hands, say, how do you do? They are really saying my favourite 3 words, I love you. Isn't that wonderful? Make somebody's day, tell them you love them today. I don't mean, I love you, don't go like that, but I mean, if there's somebody that you really appreciate, go and tell them how much you like them today. Let's spread a bit of love around the world. And then the final verse says, it talks about babies crying. I hear babies cry. I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, yeah, oh, what a wonderful world. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Dun, 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 dun. Oh yeah. Well, how did you get on? This time, let's pretend we're real recording stars like Louis Armstrong. Let's sing it with a beautiful backing track. See how many words we can remember. I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright blessed day, the dark sacred night. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, say, how do you do? They're really saying is I love you. I hear babies crying, I watch the little roll. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yeah, I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Oh yeah. We've had a very exciting term this term. It's been very different because year 1 and 2 have been studying the same syllabus. We're welcoming year 3 this week. They have been studying Beethoven, but they finished that last week. And we're going to combine your 3 topics into one mass hit lesson. So year 1 are looking at summer holidays, year 2 are looking at transport, and year 3 are looking about different cultures around the world, but the differences and also the similarities between ourselves. So we've combined those 3 elements together to create a holiday composition that involves transport, summer holidays, and different cultures. We're also looking each week at a different language so we can brush up on our modern language skills. And this week we are off to China and we're learning Chinese Mandarin. The first song we're looking at is an easy one. I know this is very popular amongst you. We're learning how to say hello in China. And we have to remember that a cat in China says meow. If we say hello, we say ni hao. So we're going to learn some basic Mandarin. I'll stop between each song. We'll go through what we're learning and then we'll learn the actual words themselves, finishing with zaijian, zaijian. Okay, sit back, relax. Let's take the plane off to Chinatown. A cat in China says meow. When we say hello, we say ni hao, ni hao, ni hao. When we say hello, we say ni hao. A cat in China says meow. When we say hello, we say ni hao, ni hao, ni hao. When we say hello, we say ni hao, ni hao. So ni hao is how you say hello, ni hao. So how do you ask somebody how they are? Well, that's easy because you just build on ni hao. You say ni hao ma, ni hao ma, ni hao ma. If you can think about your knee, think about how as in, how am I ever going to say this? And ma, have you ever seen those old James Cagney films? Hi ma. You like those gangsters. Hi ma. Ni hao ma. Ni hao ma. And then if you reply, if you're feeling great, you say woo hen hao. Whoa hen hao. So have you ever seen Bill and Ted think whoa hen as in bah, 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 and how again? You've already mastered that one. So it is ni hao ma. Whoa hen hao. I met a very lovely lady on this wonderful wall in China. What was the name of that wall again? It was a brilliant wall. It was a really good wall. It was the Great Wall of China. Enjoy. In English we say how are you and answer
I am fine.
in Chinese you say ni hao ma and answer
Wo hen hao.
ni hao ma wu hen hao. That is what you say. Ni hao ma wu hen hao. That is what you say. Ni hao ma wu hen hao. That is what you say. Ni hao ma wu hen hao. That is what you say. A very useful expression to use in China is thank you. So much to be thankful for in our everyday lives. Imagine what you're going to be thankful for when you went to China. Thank you for that lovely food. Thank you for the hospitality. Thank you for letting us soak up a bit of your culture and your sophistication. So if you want to say thank you in Chinese, you say shishi, shishi, shishi. So I suppose it's a bit like she as in she's a marvellous lady or she's a jolly good fellow. Shishi, shishi. So try practicing that in this short video. But during my time out in China, there was an infamous apple thief. Your job is to keep an eye on my apple and please make sure it does not disappear.
Xie xie. It means thank you. Xie xie. It means thank you. When you want to say thank you, you say xie xie, 'cause it means thank you.
Wow, the infamous apple thief struck again. You had one job to look after my apple. Lucky I can make magic happen here. You ready? One hand. Say the magic word. Say shishi. Ready? After 3. 1, 2, 3. Shishi. You're probably sat there in the classroom thinking, wow, that trick was amazing, that was very good. But if Mr. Eldred performed it in China, how would we say very good? Well, bless my soul, I can help you there, because that word is hen how. Hen how. Hen is in ba ba ba. How is in how on earth did Mr. Eldred get a cat to China without putting it in quarantine for 2 weeks?
Hen how, that means very good. Hen how, that means very good. When you get your sums all right, hen how very good. And when you learn to read and write, hen how very good. Hen how, that means very good. Hen how, that means very good.
How to say please in Chinese, you would have to say ching. It's a little bit like chin, but with a g sound at the end. Ching, ching. How to say please in Chinese, you would have to say ching. Now the Chinese are famous for their lovely traditional dance. There is nothing traditional, famous or dance worthy in this next video, but by all means, bust a few moves.
I'd say please in Chinese, you would have to say chin. I'd say please in Chinese, you would have to say chin. Chin, chin, chin means please, please, please. Chin, chin, chin means please, please, please. I'd say please in Chinese, you would have to say chin. I'd say please in Chinese, you would have to say chin.
And to complete our trip to China, a little bit of Zaijian saying goodbye. This is one of our favourite modern language songs. I know you all know it, let's sing it beautifully. Just to remind you, it goes, Zaijian, Zaijian, I've got to leave again. Zaijian, Zaijian, I've got to leave again. I don't know why I have to say goodbye. Zaijian. And at the end you do your big deep voices.
Goodbye, Zaijian.
Enjoy.
Zaijian, Zaijian, I've got to leave again. Zaijian, Zaijian, I've got to leave again. I don't know why I have to say goodbye. Zaijian. Goodbye, Zaijian. Zaijian, Zaijian, I've got to leave again. Zaijian, Zaijian, I've got to leave again. I don't know why I have to say goodbye. Zaijian. Goodbye, Zaijian. Goodbye, Zaijian. Goodbye, Zaijian. Music with Mr. Eldred, even though he is not in the room. Music with Mr. Eldred, it's a video link, it's a little like Zoom. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And now on to today's practical. Year 3, you've done this before. Year 2 and Year 1, you are masters. And this is making up funny little rhymes about countries. Except today we're going to extend it a bit. We're going to start off by describing a mode of transport, a type of transport we're going to take to a country. And then we're going to describe the country itself. And then we're going to describe the journey back from your country of choice. Sounds hard, actually very easy. So here's the first thing. So I'm going to go to Spain in an aeroplane. You see how it rhymes? Or I could go to Spain on a train, I suppose. But I'm going to go on an aeroplane because it sounds, I like the way the rhythm works. So we're going to keep a steady beat. Go 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to say, I went to Spain on an aeroplane. Can you say it? I went to Spain on an aeroplane. Good. So that's your first bit done. Now let's describe the country where you visited. Spain is hot and Spain is nice. I ate paella, which is made of rice. Now that was very, very posh, that bit. Paella, I managed to fit in lots of words there, but you could just say, Spain, Spain, I love Spain. I'd like to go back again. Or any funny thing you want to rhyme. Another little simple rhyme. So then, so far you got, I went to Spain on an aeroplane. Spain is hot and Spain is nice. I eat paella, which is made of rice. Again, do something nonsense, but make it rhyme. And as long as you got that steady beat, it begins to sound like music. And then you can describe your journey home again. And you say, I flew from Spain on an aeroplane. I flew from Spain on an aeroplane. So altogether, you're going to have 3 rhyming sentences, 3 lots of rhyming sentences. You can adapt this, TAs. If your class is struggling, let them just do the one about flight or how they travelled. If they want to just describe the country, that is fine. The main objective here is to have fun and then realise how rhythms, when you speak, can then become songs. So, I went to Spain in the pouring rain. I went to Spain in the pouring rain. I went to Spain in the pouring rain. See if you can actually sing the nonsense sort of couplets that you make. As I say, no pressure here. You can differentiate this how you like, as long as you get the idea that words can become rhythms and rhythms can become songs. I shall see you next week. Next week we're doing a special core value edition called the Edition of Core Values. See you then. Keep happy, keep safe, keep well. Goodbye.
Music with Mr. Eldred, even though he is not in the room. Music with Mr. Eldred. It's a video link. It's a little like Zoom. Yeah.